Hi there, I'm Greg Shear. I'm with the St. Sinner Orchestra, and in anticipation of our show on Friday night, where we'll be joined with Beer City Saxes, I've been doing a series of videos about the saxophone in pop music. And of course, we can't really talk about the sax in pop music without going back to earlier forms of American pop music. I'm thinking about jazz, specifically the big band era, which is the era where the saxophone really came into its own as a voice in pop music. The use of the saxophone in pop music is, or in jazz, in big band, is quite similar to how strings are used in an orchestra. It's a real velvety sound. They can do melodies really well. They can sustain. They can play for a long time, unlike the brass, who need a bit of a break. So you'll often hear a bunch of sax music with just punctuations by brass. In fact, that's what we'll hear in the first example I have, which is Glenn Miller's In the Mood. You'll hear the saxophones doing that well-known and then you'll hear the trumpets punctuating that. So let's take a listen to that. Next up is an example of big band saxophone. We're going to take a listen to Duke Ellington's Satin Doll and listen to how the saxes kind of sustain and really make this beautiful, velvety kind of chorus of sound. Of course, the saxes aren't always just velvety and buttery and all those kinds of descriptions that you might use for them. They can also have quite a bite to them, and they can do a lot of really fast-moving things. So, for example, Charlie Parker is one of the most famous innovators on the saxophone, and he was known for his really florid style, just explosion of notes coming out. So the next example that we're going to hear is not Charlie Parker, but it's a Charlie Parker tune played by a group called Super Sax. It's a saxophone quartet. Now listen as they play this song, Coco. Listen just how tight they are and how rhythmic they are, how fast the notes are moving, but they're all moving in perfect unison so that the saxophones can be very, very agile and very quick when they want to be. Of course, there are so many saxophonists, we can't name them all. Each one has contributed something into the world of jazz, and we'll talk about other pop worlds in later videos. But in any case, it's a very specific type of writing. The notes are very, very close together. It's actually quite dissonant. Even though it sounds so beautiful to the ear, it's actually quite dissonant when you start to look at what's happening in between the notes. So I use this kind of big band style in one of the arrangements I wrote. It's actually a Christmas tune. Getting a little ahead of ourselves, I know, but now that Halloween's over, we can do whatever we want to. So this is a song called Christmas in Michigan, and I'll play from a place where the saxophones take over with the solo. Listen to how they move together in a big band sort of way. Luckily, you won't have to listen to me play the solo on that. One of the saxophonists is going to take that solo in the concert. So anyways, I hope I've piqued your interest in hearing St. Sinner Orchestra with Beer City Saxes. It'll be this Friday at the Stray. That's November 8th at 7 p.m. Look below to see where you can get tickets. Thanks so much.